Welcome back to the Inside Edge. Hope you're enjoying the program this week. And Mark Spider Brady is a friend of the program, Mark, and I believe that you had a great opportunity to catch up with him talking all things Bellpost Hill.
Absolutely, Wes. He's a great man, is the Spider, and always enjoy catching up with him. And they had a very successful Past Players Day last Saturday afternoon, and he was very, very pleased with the day overall. Here's what he had to say. Well, Spider, welcome to the Inside Edge again. And, mate, firstly, congratulations on a magnificent Past Players Day last Saturday up at Myers Reserve there. Looked like it was a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. It's always a pleasure to come down and have a chat about cricket. Yeah, look, it was a fantastic day on Saturday. It's always nice to get the past players and sponsors up there, and having 4 games of cricket on at the ground really made it an electric day. Really good.
A fairly entertaining first 11 game too. You guys basically won with a leg in the air and defeated Bell Park. It was a great opening stand there and some very entertaining cricket, big hitting.
Yeah, look, you're chasing 120, 125. We were chasing. Your two openers put on over 100. It sort of makes the job a little bit easier. We're building towards something, we hope, and all 4 sides won Saturday, so we can't ask much more than that.
Well, let's talk about that, because obviously coming back from Division 1 into Division 2 this year, sometimes it can work one of 2 ways. Either the club drops their bundle and loses direction, or they actually, fire up and say, well, let's, make this good and let's keep going, let's keep our standards going and push forward again. And that's obviously where your club's at the moment.
Yeah, look, I suppose the beauty of our club is that you look right through the grades, and 90% of the sides are all Bellpost Hill people. So there is that pride there. Last year, said we just weren't up to it at the end of the day. This year, they've made a commitment to step up and try and get back into Division 1. I said, having homegrown talent, obviously having Emilio here last year, he couldn't make it back with COVID. Someone else had to step up, and so far, Berkey, Millsy and a few around have really taken on the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Glenn Tellerico has been a great pickup for the club as the coach and also playing when he can. He's really added another dimension to that team, hasn't he?
Yeah, the difference this year to last year is last year he had a lot of work, so couldn't play. I think he played 4 games last year, whereas this year he's missed 2 through injury. So, look, we all know Teller's a class act. There's no denying it. He's still, even at the age of 40, he's still a fantastic bat and just a very, very good leader. So, yeah, look, he's been exceptional, mate, and having him for another year next year is really going to hopefully build on what we're doing.
Absolutely. We love the Prince of Packington Street on the Inside Edge. I suppose the most reassuring thing is in the games that I've seen for you this year, is you haven't really relied on him to get you the wins. You've, some of the other players that you mentioned there have really stepped up and taken on the roles as well. So it hasn't been, all one-dimensional on one player, which is very positive for the club.
Yeah, it has been really good. Look, I've seen having Teller play games is handy, but as I said, Millsy, Reece Burke, Matthew Reid. There's been people through the list that have contributed all the way. I mean, Aidan Barrow is probably one of our leading run scorers last year. Hasn't had the year that he'd like, but we're still winning games, which is fantastic.
And the Horan boys with the ball are doing a fantastic job as well.
All I can say is I'm glad that I don't play turf cricket anymore, mate, because I wouldn't get in the nets of facing those two. Look, they are seriously quick, and when they're switched on, mate, they can do some damage.
Yeah, well, you're sitting pretty nicely at the halfway mark of the year. What's the aspirations now? Obviously, finals, and you're gearing yourself up for a big second half of the season.
Yeah, look, finals are always be nice, and winning premierships. I think Glenn said a few times over the last little while that winning the club championship is what we're about as a club. You always take the individual finals appearances and grand final wins if you get them, but the ultimate goal is to play the best cricket you can, and the only way to do that is to win the club championship.
And how are you travelling club championship wise?
I think they came out today. We're about 15 points clear on top at the moment. So,
fantastic.
But looking at the Sydney Sixers, mate, a 15-point lead can evaporate very, very quickly if you drop your guard.
Absolutely. All right, Mark. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the Inside Edge, and we look forward to continued success for the Panthers in 2021, and all the best to you and the team, and to Glenn Tellerico as well with your efforts, and hopefully a big end to the season.
Thank you, Mark. Always a pleasure.
Well, it was great to hear from Mark Spider Brady, a more enthusiastic man you would be unlikely to meet.
Well, I reckon him and Russell Ox-Menzies are probably the two most passionate club presidents that I've come across in my travels. They both live, eat and breathe their respective clubs, Wes, and it's fantastic.
They do indeed. Let's look at the match of the round for each of the three divisions. GCO 3.
Yeah, look, I reckon it's Newcomen District and Corio here, Wes. They're sitting in 5th and 6th place respectively, and a loss for either team might just put them out of the finals hunt or put them a little bit too far back. So it's a really key game for both sides to stay in touch with that top four and hopefully a finals berth.
GCO 2.
I think the game there is Marshall and Geelong City. Geelong City have been hovering under the radar just a little bit in recent weeks and dropped a couple of games that they probably thought that they should have won. But I think they're thereabouts and they're a quality side, and I reckon they're going to give Marshall a pretty hard time on their home deck on the weekend. What about Division 1? What's the game there?
I think the GCO 1 match of the round, as I mentioned earlier, the really important one is the game between East Belmont and North Geelong. Both round 11 losers, so they really need to bounce back strongly. It's the battle of the new dads, isn't it? Of course, Tom Matheson and Maddie welcomed young Van into the world. Chris Williams and Beck welcomed young Zali into the world. So it's great to see the GCO community continuing to grow. Congratulations to both families on the fantastic news of recent weeks.
Let's hope both boys get some sleep before the game.
Indeed, that is something that I'm sure they'll be looking forward to. We hope you've enjoyed the Geelong Cricket Show, the Inside Edge for this week, and join us again next week. Bye for now.